Hello everyone, it is your girl Simone Nicole back at it again with another video, and we have, tell me if y'all like it. Tell me if y'all like it. I'm kind of feeling this setup a lot, so if y'all like it, let me know, because I think that this is just where I'm gonna stay, because I just feel like a real YouTuber. So you tuned into this video because you are now natural and you have no idea what to do. So here I am to help you out. I've recently started helping a bunch of people in my family with their hair with this whole quarantine thing. I guess I just kind of took for granted that everyone knew what they were doing, but that's not the case at all. So I realized that on my channel so far, I've been talking to you guys as if you are completely natural and you have all the same knowledge that I do, and I'm just kind of like filling in gaps where it's missing. So my goal of today's video is to basically start from scratch. Like, we're gonna start, you just transitioned, you just big chopped, and now you're natural. Now what? Now, before I get into answering those questions, we have to do our subscriber shout out of the day. And today's subscriber shout out is going to go to Let's Talk About It podcast. They commented on my soft glam get ready with me, and she, or this person said, I don't know. So I'm tuning in from a laptop and I can't leave the emoji you requested, but I am entirely grateful for good health, income, and the roof over my head. I'm thankful that my son and I woke up this morning, we have food to eat, and we have love in our hearts. I am thankful for the journey I was placed here to carry out. And yeah, I'll be moving to Atlanta next month. I actually found your apartment through your Atlanta budget apartment hunt video. I'm only an hour away from Atlanta now, so I'm a little familiar. Great content, Court. Okay, so it is a female. I wanted to shout this particular comment out because during that video, I said to comment down below with anything that you're thankful for. And I do think that it is important to remain positive in these trying times that we are in right now. So I picked that specific one out because she was so thankful for literally any and everything in her life, and I think that that's a great lesson that we can all take. Thank you so much to Miss Courtney for being subscribed to my channel. And if you would like to be my next subscriber shout out, all you have to do is subscribe down below and make sure that you turn on your post notifications so that you can be active on my channel and comment on my video. And with all that being said, let's get into today's video. The first thing that we need to talk about is that you need to let the phrase good hair go. Gone. She died. We hardly knew her. RIP to Miss Good Hair.
Don't say that.
The notion of good hair is so problematic in so many ways. Your hair is good because it comes out of your head. You cannot compare yourself to the hair that grows out of other people's head, or say, I wish I had that type of hair, because you don't. Comparison is the last thing that you want to do, even when you're comparing yourself to another person, because it makes you feel less than. So you cannot compare your hair to someone else and say, I wish I had that, because you don't. You have to learn to love your hair the way that it grows out of your head. And I know that when you first transition, you're not used to looking at yourself with this hair, whether it's shorter or kinkier than you'd like, or straighter than you'd like, or it's damaged, or whatever the case may be. You have to learn to love your hair, because just with anything, if you wear something confidently, no one else is going to look at you crazy, and if they do, you genuinely won't care. If you feel good about your hair, then it will be reflected to everyone else. So I cannot stress the importance enough. There's no more good hair versus bad hair. The hair that you have is beautiful, it's perfect, and you will learn to work with what you have. The next point that I want to make, I don't know who needs to hear it. Your hair's not wavy, it's damaged. I said it. I said it. Your hair is not wavy, it is damaged. For my actual girls that have like 2C, like actual wavy hair, that's whatever. But when you have a corkscrew curl at the back of your head, and then you have waves, soft waves in front of your hair is not wavy. You don't have different textures all over your hair. Your hair is damaged. And don't get me wrong, it is absolutely possible to have different textures all inside of your hair. I have different textures all over my head. They've kind of stabilized since my hair has grown out to be longer. All of my curls have basically stabilized, but I know so many girls that have different curl patterns all over their head that are 110% natural, and they still have inconsistent curl patterns. Please stop claiming that your hair is wavy if you put heat in it every single day, if you color your hair all the time, or if you just got out of a relaxer. Your hair isn't wavy. It is damaged, okay? And it is time to fix that damage. Ooh, I pissed someone off with that one, I can guarantee that. Number 3, we have got to let go of the notion that long hair equals healthy hair. It's just not true. If you keep this concept of long hair being healthy hair and you try to hold on to your hair for the sake of it being long, you'll basically end up doing more damage than it's worth. For example, for me, when I was transitioning, I decided to do the big chop when it became more harmful for my hair than to keep on growing it out. At the point of demarcation, which is where the curl and the straight hair meet, at that point, I was losing so much hair because it was tangling so bad, because your straight hair wants to stick together really, really tight, whereas your curly hair wants to expand. So when you have those two different patterns meeting, it caused me personally so much breakage. So I just had to let it go, and I cut off those damaged ends, which was the best thing for me. Also, if you're talking about your curly hair, you want to make sure that you are cutting off any dead ends that you may have. You can feel them when you brush through your hair. If you're constantly snagging at the ends of your hair, you need to let that go. What your hair is telling you is that it is damaged, and it might be damaged beyond repair, and it needs to be cut off. When you let it continue to just be there for the sake of just having it there, your hair can actually continue to split and continue to split and continue to split up the strand to where you're losing more hair than you actually need to. And once you finally do go get a diva cut, or once you finally do straighten your hair and go get a traditional cut, you're gonna end up losing more hair than you would have if you had just taken small parts off slowly. Now, I'm not saying you need to OD when you go get your hair cut. I am saying though, put the health of your hair over keeping length. Point number 4, you guys have to realize that once you go natural, everything has changed. All of the routines that you had from before, the way that you used to treat your hair before, you likely can't do that anymore. Curly hair is a lot of freaking work, and whoever said that it wasn't, they lied. They talk about some go natural, it'll be easier, it'll be cheaper. No. Listen, going natural requires time, effort, and money. Let's just make that very, very clear. Once your hair gets long, first of all, I fly through products. I can probably use a product like once or twice in like a standard size, and then it's done. It's gone. Who knew her? She's empty. She's gone. In addition to that, my wash days, 2 days out of the week, because one day I wash my hair and then I decondition. The next day I get in the shower, rinse my deconditioner out, and then style. I am in the shower for a collective 4 hours on those 2 days, because I do all of my hair care inside of the shower. That's a long freaking time. I'm not trying to say like my hair is like the greatest, it's the best. I do, however, get a lot of compliments on my hair, the health of my hair, the length of my hair, blah, blah, blah. And people genuinely don't realize the amount of work that I put into it. And I also didn't know that people didn't know that until I started helping my family members out. I would be sitting there finger detangling their hair, and they're like, "Are you done yet?" And my mind is just blown, because I'm like, wow, like this, if it took me only 15 minutes to finger detangle my hair, that would be the best thing in the entire world. Like, once you transition, please know that you are in for a lot of work. Your hair you can't just slap it up into a bun and then hope that it's gonna be okay and that it's going to be cool. You have to take care and put time and dedication into your hair. So if you are not ready for that, that's fine, but you also might not see the results that you're looking for. 5, you need to decide what type of natural you want to be. Do you want to be the natural that's like grease is life, sulfates are life. I wear my hair up in a bun. I use combs. Who cares? Are you going to be that type of natural, or are you going to be like on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, someone like me that like reads every single ingredient, wants to go the more natural route, doesn't like to use a whole ton of products? You have to decide where you're kind of going to land on the spectrum. Are you going to care sometimes, not care other times? Answering this type of question is going to be very important because it's going to determine what type of routine you adopt. And I'll get on to talking about routines in a bit. Knowing that you want to be a more strict natural versus a more lax natural versus a mix of kind of the both is gonna help you for the future steps that I talk about. But making that decision is going to be uber important to your journey. Point number 6, YouTube is now your best friend. And this is going to apply to like my previous point and all the points I'm gonna make after this, basically, because as a new natural, you're not gonna know much. So if you want to determine what type of natural you want to be, most of us aren't gonna go like look up a blog. That's just not our generation. Most of us just want to see it. We want to see it for ourselves. YouTube is great for that. If you don't know whether you want to be a strict natural or I do whatever kind of natural, go on YouTube and find YouTubers like that. Figure out what YouTubers adopt what type of routine for their hair, and then you look at their results and see like, hey, maybe this is something that I want to try. I had been natural for 3 full years before I completely changed the way that I treated my hair, and I just felt like it was time for me. Who knows what that'll look like for you? Your journey is going to be just that, a journey. It's going to flow, it's going to change, it's gonna, things are just gonna change. So you have to be ready for that. But I do think that it is important to kind of know where you want to start. And YouTube is super duper helpful with that. Everything that I'm gonna mention, YouTube is going to become very important. But yes, that is point number 6. YouTube will be your best friend. My next point number 7, is that you need to start educating yourself on ingredients. You need to understand what these ingredients are before you're putting them into your hair. Now, this may not apply to you if you already decide, like, I don't care what products I put in my hair as long as it gives me X results. I don't really care what goes into them. But if you decide that you are someone that cares about what you are putting onto your hair, then you need to start educating yourself on ingredients. And I do think that that is a good habit to start from the beginning. Generally, you'll see more seasoned naturals act like this, but I don't think that it's ever too early to start to understand what things are. Even if you don't have these ingredients memorized off the top of your head, most people will have like little graphics inside of their videos to tell you what is a good alcohol versus a bad alcohol and list those actual chemical ingredient names. They'll have like what's a good dimethicone versus a bad dimethicone, and they'll have that listed inside of their video. What you can do is just screenshot it, and then you can just put all of that information into a folder into your phone, so that when you go into a drugstore, all you have to do is flip the ingredient over that you want, pull up your phone, and then just compare and see if there's anything that is in that formula that you know that you wouldn't want. Point number 8, you want to get to know your hair. You need to figure out what ingredients your hair likes. You need to see if you are protein sensitive, glycerin sensitive, if you are high porosity, low porosity, if your hair loves aloe vera. There's so many things that you need to start doing with your hair to figure out what's going to work with it. One week you could see if you lose more hair by combing through your hair, or if you lose more hair by finger detangling through your hair, because it's different for everybody. Figure out if your hair styles better wet or dry. Figure out if you like styling your hair inside of the shower, outside of the shower. Figure all of these things out, because it'll end up helping you to streamline your routine a lot better. And just because we have the exact same hair type, it does not mean that the same products that I like are the same products that you are going to like. That's why, like, if you're looking at me and you say, well, Simone loves this ingredient, but the second ingredient in it is glycerin, and I tried glycerin heavy products and they make my hair very, very dry. Boom. Now you know that you can't take one of my recommendations because your hair isn't gonna like it, just based off the fact that you know that you are glycerin sensitive. Knowing things about your hair is going to be very helpful with, like I said, making sure that you're developing the best possible routine for yourself. Point number 9, you need to find a steady routine and stick with it. This was a mistake I made when I was going natural. I became a product junkie. I wanted to buy everything. I wanted to try everything. I wanted to put everything onto my hair. I wanted it all. Soak me in it, take a shower in it, ingest it, poop it out.
Incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
Give me everything. I'm so annoying. The point is that there wasn't a product that I didn't want to try. I wanted to try every single product. It's just not smart. It's a lot of money, and often it's pretty unnecessary. I used to apply, like, no lie, 6 different products onto my hair, and it was literally pointless because, like, after product 3, like, what are they even doing for you? What are these products even doing for you anymore?
When do it becomes...
I know it's exciting, you're natural, you want to try things, sure, but I do think that it is important to find your staples, and then once you have your staples, you can just kind of like add things in as you feel that they might work with your collection, with your vibe. In addition to that, a tip that I always try to give people, make sure that you're buying your products from places that have a return policy. I cannot emphasize myself enough. There are going to be so many times where you're going to buy a product, you're going to freaking see Journey to Waist Length, use it, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I know I'm going to like that product. And then you're going to get it home and you're going to hate it. You can return products that have been used to literally any retailer. There is no retailer that will turn you away. It's just bad business practice. Don't go using half the product and then trying to return it though, because most places have like a consumption policy. So you're not allowed to use more than 20% of the product, otherwise we can't take it back. That's for a fact Ulta's policy, for example. Don't dog the product and then try to bring it back. But if you find a product and you don't like it, you want to have the flexibility to be able to return it and maybe try something else. But don't be a serial buyer and returner just because you know that you can. Buy products that you actually think would work for you, and if they don't work out, then fine. But if they do, hey, you're one step closer to finding a good, stable routine. You want something that is easy to do and that is something that you can get used to doing, because once you do things over and over again, they get easier and you get faster at it. And my final and last point, point number 10, be patient. I know that this is a cliche, but genuinely, y'all have to be patient with your hair. You are not going to have the results that you want in your head overnight. It's not going to happen. Everyone has to start somewhere. So if you're watching this video, you're probably at your starting point, and that is okay. This is a journey. It is a marathon, not a race. So you are going to be in this for the long haul. You have to be free and you have to be relaxed, and you just have to be in it for the ride of it and not concentrate so hard on wanting one element for your hair, because it's just not, it's gonna make it even more daunting for you. So start the journey, realize that you're on a journey, be patient with yourself, be patient with your hair, be diligent, and be purposeful. And I promise you, you will start to see results. Alrighties everyone, and with that, we are at the end of today's video. I thank you all so much for coming here and for joining me and to listening to what your girl had to say. Those were again my top tips, just so happened to be exactly 10 of them, as to what you need to do once you've decided to start this journey. I hope that these things were helpful for you. If you are a veteran natural that just stumbled upon this video and you want to offer some tips to the girls, make sure that you do in the comments down below. Or if you're a new natural and you have some advice for your fellow new naturals, go ahead and comment down below. Or if you have a pulse or anything positive to say, go ahead and comment down below. In addition to that, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel if you would like to see more content like this. Or if you are currently subscribed, comment down below and tell me what videos you'd like to see from me. And that is all that I have for you all today. Remember to keep positivity in your life, because positivity breeds positivity, and we have absolutely no time for negativity in 2020. I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay inside. And I bet you thought I was gonna end the video, but I'm not, because as always, there's more videos to watch. Oh my God, look at that. Go ahead and just click probably a playlist, probably a regular VOD. Click on it. Watch it. Enjoy. Bye.